Good afternoon, third grade. Today is March 31st, and I'm excited to do math with all of you guys. I've done math with many of you, but for those of you who I haven't done math with, if you don't know, I really enjoy doing it. So let's go ahead and get started. Make sure for today you're looking at page 2. That's the page we're going to be working on together. I'm going to go ahead and get started with question number 1. Elijah is drawing 1-inch squares inside a rectangle. He will draw enough squares to fill the entire rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle in square inches? I'm going to go ahead and underline the question and mark up the problem. I know when I see the word area, I'm looking for the space inside of a shape. So I'm going to go write a quick note over to the side that I'm looking for space inside. I know the formula to find the space inside, and that's length times width. So I'm going to also go ahead and write length times width over to the side. So now we need to figure out what is the length and what is the width of this rectangle by counting these squares. See, 5 by 6. So the dimensions are 5 by 6. And I know 5 times 30. 5 times 6 equals 30. Because I skip count by 5 6 times. Let's keep going down to number 2. Number 2 says the number shown here is written in expanded notation. 5 times 1,000 plus 6 times 1,000 plus 4 times 10 plus 3 times 1. How is this number written in standard form? When I see these questions with place value, I'm just going to go ahead and draw a hundreds chart, but an expanded one with 10,000s, thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Then I'm just going to look over here and I'm going to plug in these numbers to the place they belong. So I see there's 5 10,000s. I'm going to go over to the 10,000s and put a 5. 6,000s. So I'll put a 6 in the thousands. 4 tens. So I'll come to the tens place and put a 4. And 3 ones. So I'll put a 3 in the ones place. I'm going to go ahead and plug in a 0 for those place values that weren't listed. They didn't multiply anything by 100 in this equation, so we have 0 hundreds. Okay, then I just need to find the number that matches mine. I see we have 56,043 is the number we're looking for. This one has a 0 in the thousands place, so I'm going to go ahead and slash. G matches, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a magic maybe. H, looks like the hundreds place, tens place, and ones place kind of got off. And J, it looks like they forgot to plug in a 0 in the hundreds place, and so it got all wonky. So the best answer is G. Let's keep going. The last one we're going to check on the countdown to star page is problem number 3. For homework, the members of reading group A always read 9 more pages of their novel than members of reading group B. Which table shows this relationship? So now that I read it once, I'm going to read it one more time. And this time, think of the equation as I read it. For homework, the members of a reading group A always read 9 more pages of their novel than the members of reading group B. Which table shows this relationship? Okay, so it looks like we're looking for a table that shows a relationship that has that every row in column A is 9 more than in B. I'm going to box in the important information, 9 more pages than B. So that means if I add 9 pages to B, I should get 17, but I know that's not true. 26 plus 9 equals 35. So A, I can go ahead and slash just based on the first row. I know it's not true. Let's check B. 8 plus 9 equals 17. So it looks like that matches. Let's check the next one. 12 plus 9. 2 plus 9 is 11 equals 21. 21 and 24 don't match. So I'm going to go ahead and slash the trash on B. For C, we have 7 plus 9. That equals 16, which already doesn't match. So I can slash the trash on C. And then let's check D. We have 8 plus 9 equals 17. So those two match. Not 15 plus 9. Let's check. 15 plus 9 equals 24. So those match. 19 plus 9. Let's check our work. 19 plus 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. Carry the 1. I have 28, which matches. And then 6 plus 9, I already know, equals 15, which is what they have. So D, I checked every single row and they all are correct. So I know D is the best answer choice for number 3. I'm not going to go over number 4 and 5 now. So we're going to go ahead and move on and look at the independent practice that you had to work on. On the first one, we're just doing basic perimeter. So the question says, what is the perimeter of this figure? I know when I look for perimeter, I'm looking for the distance around a shape. So I'm going to write that down, distance around. And the way I find the distance around the shape is by adding all of the sides. So I like to make a note to myself as I mark up the problem. I need to add all sides to find the perimeter of this shape. Okay, so I know 10 plus 8 equals 18. I could go ahead and mark those out. And I know 9. Let's go ahead and just add them separate. So I have 12. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 30. So now I've added the 10, the 8 to get 18, and the 12 to get 30. Then I just need to add 9, and I know 30 plus 9 is going to equal 39. So the best answer choice would be C. Let's keep going. I do want to do number 4 with you because it's a little bit different. The question says, what is the perimeter of this square? I'm going to box in the word perimeter and square. So I know we're looking for the distance around the square. And I know we can find the distance around the square by adding all sides. So I'm going to make a note, add all sides. But I see it only gave me one side, so I'm going to go back up to the word square. And I know squares have 4 equal sides. That's going to help me in this problem. If this is 31 and they're all equal sides, then I know this has to be 31, this side has to be 31, and same with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and label it. Now it's easy. I can add 31 plus 31 plus 31 plus 31. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 will get me 4. And then 4 groups of 3 will equal 12. I can count by threes, 3, 6, 9, 12. I also know a way to check my work is multiply. I have 4 groups of 31. So I can do 4 times 31. 4 times 1 is 4. And 4 times 3 is 12. So they both match. I know my correct answer is F. Number 5 says, every side of this figure is 6 inches long. It says every side. What is the perimeter of the side of this figure? Okay, so we're looking for the distance around. And that means we add all sides. The first thing I want to do for this one is let's go ahead and count how many sides, because that's kind of tricky on this problem. I'm going to write a number on each one as I count so that I don't forget which ones I've already counted. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This figure has 12 sides. Now I know each side is 6 inches long, so to find the perimeter, I could add 12 6 times, or 6 12 times, or I could just multiply 12 times 6. 6 times 2 is 12, so I'll put a 12. And 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. Another way I can break this problem down if we don't feel comfortable stacking it is 12 times 6 in an open array. I know 12 is the same as 10 plus 2, so I can break it down that way. 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 2 is 12. And then if I add those together, 60 plus 12, I get 72, which matches this answer choice, A. And the last problem I'm going to do with you today is question number 7. So go ahead and find question number 7. I'm going to leave 8 for you to do at home with your families. The perimeter of this figure is 78 feet. What is the missing side length is the question. Well, I know perimeter tells me the total distance around this shape is 78 feet. So I'm going to give myself a note. The distance around this shape is a total of 78 feet. Well, I have 3 sides. I have 17 feet, 9 feet, and 23 feet, but I don't know how long this one is. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the total, 78, take away the sides I know in order to find the side that I don't know. So let's go ahead and take away 17. 8 take away 7 is 1. 7 take away 1 is 6. And I'm going to mark this out so I don't take it away again and get confused, just to help me stay organized. Now I have 61 take away 9. I can't do 1 take away 9, so I need to borrow. So now I have 11 take away 9, which is 2, and 5 take away nothing, which is 5. Let's cross out that 9. And then we only need to take away the 23 now to find our missing side length. So I can't do that. I'm going to go ahead and borrow. Now I have 12 take away 3, it's 9, and 4 take away 2, which is 2. So what I know is my missing side length is 29 feet. Now, if we're correct, we can check our work by adding all of these side lengths with 29. If we got the right answer, all of those should add up to the total of 78. Let's go ahead and check. So we have 17 plus 23, 10. We have 40 plus 9, leaves me 49. Then I need to add the 29. 9 plus 9 is 18. Carry my 1. That's 6 plus 1 more is 78, which matches the total perimeter given in the question. It's been great doing math with you guys today. If you have any questions, please text your teachers. Also remember to send in all of your work samples through text. Make sure you're showing 2 strategies on each problem and keeping your work nice and neat. See you later, 3rd grade.